The following pseudocode is executed using shopping bills dataset, and this is the common data for questions 5 and 6 together. Sum SV, sum BB both are zeros, count SV, count BB all are zeros. Okay, this is good enough. While pile 1 has more cards, read the top card. Shop name is SV Stores. Here firstly we are checking for the shop for SV Stores. SV Stores. This is the shop name, and if we get an occurrence of SV store, then we are incrementing sum SV and also count SV. And the same happens for Big Bazaar as well. We increment sum BB and count BB. So this is what is happening in general. Move card X to pile 2, and here if we observe, MSV is equal to sum SV by count SV. So what does MSV stand? MSV is the mean bill of SV store, and this is the mean bill of Big Bazaar, right? A and B both are zeros. While pile 2 has more cards, read the top card X from pile 2. If shop name is SV Stores, and minimum, if the total bill amount is less than mean of Big Bazaar, that means A is getting incremented if the shop is SV Stores and if the total bill is less than mean of Big Bazaar. In an opposite way, what is B? It must be Big Bazaar and total bill should be greater than mean of SV. So what are A and B here? From this understanding that you have developed at these 2 points, what will the value of A represent at the end of execution? A represents number of bills from SV stores only. So you can straight away eliminate A and D. So options B and C are what we are left over with. And also make sure that we are comparing our bill amount with mean bill of Big Bazaar. Number of bills of SV store with total bill amount greater than average bill. No, it is less than symbol. So option C is the correct answer. And what is B here? B is that variable which gives us or which returns the user the total bills from the shop called Big Bazaar with the total billing amount greater than mean of SV stores. From Big Bazaar with total bill amount greater than the average. That is what is present here, right? So option B is the correct answer for question number 6, and option C is the correct answer of question number 5. And now coming to question number 7. The following pseudocode is executed using words dataset. What will A represent at the end of execution? Sum T and count T both are zeros. Sum T count T is something other than the written result of add word X comma sum T count T. Move X to table 2. B is equal to sum T by count T. What is this sum T by count T? Let us find that. So here Sum t is nothing other than the letter count of that particular word, and count t is the number of words that have been read. Sum of letter count and count t is the number of words. Sum s, count s and a all are zeros again. While and observe here, we are moving all those cards which are present in table 2 to table 1. And what does table 2 has? Table 2 has those cards which have been read in the first occurrence or in the first while iteration. While table 1 has more rows, okay. Sum s count s is something other than add word x comma sum s count s. But here what are we doing? We are checking for something called if it ends with a full stop, that is here if it is at the end of a sentence. Only those words end with a full stop which are at the end of a sentence, right? This ends with a full stop, that means this is the last word. So what does C store? C stores the total letter count by number of words. So what does this mean? This means the average letter count of a sentence, right? This is nothing other than the average letter count of a sentence, which is C. Whereas B, what is B? B is the average letter count of the words data set. Right? And what are we checking here? C greater than B. What is C greater than B? That means average letter count of a sentence must be greater than the average letter count of the data set. Number of sentences with average letter count more than the average letter count per word of the data set. Okay, let us put this on hold. With less than, no, this is not less than. Option B is a false option. And now coming to option C. Number of words with average, no, it is not words, right? It is only sentences. Why is it a sentence? Because here we are checking ending with a full stop. Therefore, we will have to eliminate all those options which are having the word called words. In this way, A is the suitable answer. Question number 8, and this is being used with this course data set. A captures the number of male students who are below average in at least one. At least in the sense greater than or equal to 1. Assume that MPC hold the average physics or average marks of subjects. The pseudocode may have mistakes. Identify all such. A is 0. This is not a mistake. And also identify all mistakes if any. So it is enough if we check only 1, 3, 7 and 10. We will have to check only these lines 1, 3, 7 and 10. A is 0. while table 1 has more rows. B is true, right? Is the question, is line 1 incorrect? No, line 1 is not incorrect. It is the correct option, therefore eliminate it. Line 3, incorrect initialization of B. Actually, B is the this should not be initialized with true. If it should be initialized with a false, because only if something is true, as I said you, only if something is true inside parenthesis, we can do something. We can do some execution of arithmetical units, or we can only update if it is a true. Therefore, line 3 is an incorrect option. Line 3 is a incorrect step. Line 7. Let me write down the lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is very confusing question. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Line 7. B is a false. Obviously, line 7 is also a false, because line 3, it must have been false, and this should be true. Therefore, line 7 is also correct option. Line 10. Now coming to line 10. If x dot chemistry is less than C. What is this updation? It should also be false, right? Line 10. If x dot chemistry is less than C. Oh my god, let me rewrite this. It's really confusing us. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In the meantime, you can also write these 18, 19, right? So line 10, let us cross check this. Line 3, yeah, they are now perfectly matching. Now let's move to line 10. What is line 10? Incorrect updation of B. Yes, it is incorrect update of B, right? Why is it an incorrect update? Because it should be true, but here it is false. All these three mistakes are originated only from the third line. So this question has three answers: B, C and D. Now coming to question number 9. When will C be true? We are being asked regarding C being a true. A, B both are zeros and C is a false. Now coming to the main concept or main iterative part. If the gender is a female, A is 1. Else city town is Chennai, then B is 1. Here, if only if A is greater than B, then C will be true. That means what is A? A is nothing other than the number of girls, right? And what is B? If it is not a girl, the number of males from Chennai. So when does C become true? When A is greater than B, that is when the number of girls are greater than number of boys from Chennai. Let us find the suitable answer. If there are more female students than students, no, than boy students. So option D is the right answer. Now coming to the final question, which is the last question. The following pseudocode is executed using course dataset. Count captures number of students whose total marks are more than the class average, but have scored the subject average in at least 2, below the subject average in at least 2. So now it is up to our part to give them the right answer. The important part is it must be greater. Yes, all these things are pre-filled. They came pre-filled, that is they were given well before in advance. So what do we need to do? We will have to find out these relations. In at least 1, right? In at least 2, that means greater than or equal to 2. If A and B or C, if A, what is A? If it is true, then B or C. In any other, that is if he scored okay, this is good, in at least 2. So B or C must, in the sense we are checking for mathematics and physics. If either of them is a true, then this will be true. C or D, we are checking for physics and chemistry, it will be true. Any of them will be true. If they are scoring less than class average, then it will be true. And D or B, D or B in the sense mathematics and chemistry, then it will be true if any of them is less than the class average, or if both of them, not both of them, only if any of them. So what is the correct answer here? At least 2. Move at least 2. So if A is always true, right? So leave this behind. So it must be, it should not be OR, it must be AND only. Definitely this is not one of the answers. And let us see option C. If A true, or B or C. If we take mathematics and physics as the subjects, and this is a true, let us think this. C is for chemistry, right? So true and a true. This is also a true. And C or a D, this is also true. And D or B, this is also true. Even this is also not the correct answer, because there is an OR operator here. Therefore option if taken for B and C, mathematics and physics, it will be true, and this will also be true. True and true will give you true. So all of this is a true and true will give you true. So option A is one of the correct answers. Let us check out for option B. If A and B and C, this will not be the answer, because why? Because we needed at least 2. That means any of these 3 should be, any of these 3 of them 2 must be true. If we take C and D to be true, then B and C false. This is a false, right? False or true or false. True or a false? It is a true. True or a false? This is also true. True and a true, this is also a true. Therefore A and B are the correct answers. So question number 10 has A, B to be its correct answers. Now the GA is done. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day ahead.